Greetings, Fire Chief Johnny Menifee here with this month's safety tip. So this month I want people to pay close attention to slip and falls. We've been running on quite a few slip and falls out there, and I want to make sure everyone remains safe. As the weather changes and there's a lot more ice there, make sure that you have sure footing, that you look for ice patches and black ice out there, but also make sure on level ground. Make sure you're paying attention to where you're stepping up on curbs. Make sure you're not on your phone when you're walking and so forth and not paying attention, and especially walking into traffic or into other people. So it's a very normal thing that we're starting to see, that people get distracted. So it's just a reminder for you to make sure that you're watching where you're going out there when you're looking at curbs. There's cracks in the cement or in the street, or just being distracted from your cell phones or doing other things instead of concentrating on the basic function of just walking and getting to A and B. And always with that, slow down. If we just slow down a bit, watch where we're going, help everyone be a little safer this month. But with that, I want to dive right into here and leave a little time about our swearing-in ceremonies, our annual swearing-in ceremonies that we have at City Hall at a City Council meeting. We were lucky enough to swear in new promoted people and new members of the fire department. So it's great. So please take a look.
All right. Our first presentation this evening is our fire department. I'd like to call upon our fire chief, Johnny Menifee, for the badge pinning and swearing in for some new Southfield fire officers. And as always, we're always excited when we have some new firefighters or promoting firefighters or any of our law enforcement. And it's especially telling we always try to do what we can for our fire department. And tonight we're actually going to be approving some additional turnout gear and some other new rescue trailer and different other equipment for our fire department. So we're always trying to get them the best equipment, the newest equipment, so they can do their job effectively and stay safe. So, Chief, take that away.
Greetings, Mr. President, Council, Mayor, City Administrator, other elected officials, residents, and visitors of Southfield. As you said, I'm Chief Johnny Menifee. I brought Deputy Macias along with me also on this great day. I'm honored to stand before you to present with you 5 candidates to be pinned today, to be sworn in, as one as an inspector, 2 as firefighter paramedics, and 2 as firefighters. Back with the inspector, the promotional process is a very competitive process. Firefighters have an opportunity after 5 years of service to apply to be an inspector. They have to go through a written examination along with an oral interview, and as well as with that have to become certified as a fire inspector and as an investigator. With that, as far as our newly sworn in firefighters here, just to enter our doors, they have to go through a five-step process with a written exam, an oral interview. They are giving a extensive background, psychological test, and a medical evaluation. A couple of them have already completed their paramedic training, which is a 15-month process of them having classroom work. They have clinical hours in the hospital as well as clinical hours on the truck. And after that, then they take a 5-part National Registry test to get their paramedic license. And I want to tell you that all the firefighters have been evaluated by their peers, their officers, and the command staff, and they not only met our expectations, but exceeded it. With that, they've been, for the last year of probation, they've been learning how to become firefighters and rescue, learning medical procedures, learning how to properly drive a fire truck, and how to get along in the day-to-day operations as a firefighter and going on calls in all the different hours in a 24-hour period of time. So with that, I'd like to start off by calling Inspector Montgomery, badge number 269. He has 21 years of service and is a veteran of the Navy. Next, we're going to call up firefighter paramedic Plez, badge number 365. Plez, as pre-service, he worked 2 years in Howell Fire Department. Next, we're going to call up firefighter paramedic Blue, badge number 367. We're able to get him straight out of the academy at OCC. So, that's right. There you go. There it is. There. Nice job. Next, we'll call up firefighter Shelton, badge number 368. We were able to get him from, he has pre-fire experience in the Fenton Fire Department. He's also in the Air Guard. And that's B.C. Miller is going to pin him. And last but not least, firefighter Bankstall, badge number 369. We were also able to get him out of OCC's Fire Academy too, so. At this time, I'd like to invite our city clerk up to swear in our new officer and firefighters. Mrs. Jackson.
Please raise your right hand and say your name. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Michigan, and the city charter take a moment of privilege, and I just want to say it was very hard for me to do because our new fire inspector, Mr. Iron Montgomery, got my husband to the hospital alive before he passed away. And so I just appreciate you so much. Every time I see you, I just get filled up. So you all will be saving lives, and thank you.
I know that look, Mr. President. I'll be quick. I'll be quick. I just want to thank again. I want to thank the city of Southfield. I want to thank council, city administrator for the continued support of the fire department. Also, our human resources department, especially Jessica Karen, who helped us vet the best possible applicants to be firefighters in our cities, as well as the police department doing the backgrounds was a good, and also our city, one of my assistants, Marcy, for that. You know, to the inspector and the firefighters. You know, there's, you know, when I was looking at this, we put it together, is that, you know, inspector has 21 years on the department. There is 100 badge numbers between them, 369, 269. I mean, that's just how much of our turnover that we've had. You know, quite a bit, that there's 100 numbers, 100 firefighters in between you two. You know, time goes fast. You know, embrace it, embrace it. Do as much as you can, not as little as you can get away with, is what I hope for you. You know, with your career, you know, with it. Remember this moment. Remember this time in your life of why you got into the fire service, of how you wanted to help people and help your community. Wow, you know, what an honor that is, that you get to do that. You get to be there with people on their worst day and help bring some type of closure to them. As we heard a personal story from the city clerk, you know, hold on to that. You know, I know you're going to see a lot, you're going to go through a lot, and I expect that. I've given you my expectations. Like, look, you treat everyone like my mother, sister, father, or one of my kids, right? You do that, I have your back, you know, and that's what we expect moving forward. So I have nothing but the best for you, and wish you the best in your career. For the families, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for sharing your loved ones with us, for you backing them and actually allowing them to live out their dream and to serve others. So for that, I applaud you. I'm not hard to find. If you have a problem with them or I need to have a talk with them, you know, I'm not hard to find though. But welcome to the family. At this time, that concludes our pinning ceremony. If you don't want to stay for the whole council meeting, this is the time where we get up as a group and we kindly exit the exit.
Can we leave too, or?
No, you can't leave. Go.
Chief, are there Are you still accepting applications? Are you
Yes.
still recruiting?
Yes, we're still recruiting, still actively recruiting.
And what's the best way for someone to,
They can go on the website. I mean, we're having it through an outside agency of MCO, but all they got to do is go on the city's website, and they're actually able to see the applications to apply.
okay, perfect.
All right? Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be back. Okay, all right.